got it. Question is, what will Brian Griese actually do on the field? Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kirwan with you, breaking down the 1-2 Bears, the 2-1 Lions, and you know, everyone knows the story going into this game. The 10-year pro from the University of Michigan, he'll start for the Bears. You know, it's the 30th ranked offense. What does Brian Griese bring to this team?
Yeah, that was your first question. I'll answer it right now. What he won't do is throw interceptions. He'll be much more calculating with the ball. He understands, I got this opportunity, I'm going to take advantage of it. I think the players are going to rally around Brian. Not that they're looking to separate themselves from Grossman, but Brian will go out there and he'll operate this football team without forcing the defense to run back out there off turnovers. That's what he'll do for this team.
I like what Brian Griese said in his conference on Wednesday, in his press conference Wednesday. They asked him about not starting in a couple of years. He said, my body feels good. So you kind of like that.
He's healthy.
The other aspect about this is the Lions' defense gave up 56 points last week to the Eagles. It worked on Philly could run the ball. Philly could pass the ball. What does Chicago do here?
What does Chicago do? Chicago has got a formula, and remember, the defensive-minded head coach is going to still want to run the football. He's probably not going to want to run the ball inside against Sean Rodgers. He's going to look to run off tackle, undersized defensive ends. Get your off-tackle running game going, pull the ball out. Remember, Brian Griese's got some bootleg skills in him, too. That means Greg Olsen crossing the field on the bootleg. So I see the stretch play and the bootleg pass offense.
Cedric Benson has to hang on to the football this week. That's something he's going to have to do. All right, as for the Lions' offense, very potent, we know that. But what makes them more dangerous in this game is the fact that there are so many Bears players on defense that are not playing. Tommy Harris, not expected to go. Nathan Vasher, Charles Tillman, they're not playing. Bears already have lost Mike Brown for the season. They've already lost Dusty Dvorak for the season. Lance Briggs is nicked up. Darwin Walker is nicked up. Can the Lions make up the fact that the Bears will probably try and control the clock by scoring enough points?
I noticed you didn't mention Calvin Johnson's nicked up, but that's another
But he may play.
He may play. I think at least 5 Bears that start on opening day are not going to be out on the field. Okay, how do you compensate for that? What are the Bears going to do? Notice how this young defensive coordinator has changed the scheme. All of a sudden, Urlacher has become a blitzer. He already has 3 sacks. He didn't have a sack in years prior to this as they played Tampa 2 down after down. The way you compensate for the loss of Tommy Harris, you blitz Urlacher. You get in the midline and you get in Kitna's face. Kitna's getting sacked once every 9 pass attempts. You want to play to that strength right there. You know they can't block it. And then those defensive ends, total mismatch. The tackles for the Detroit Lions are not going to handle the ends. So you contain rush with those guys. You bring Urlacher up inside, and you cut this thing off at the head. You get to Kitna before he gets the ball down the field to Williams.
Let's not forget the tackles for the Detroit Lions also nicked up as well. So that is something else to watch for in this game. All right, let's get to the AccuScore prediction here. It's the 10,000 tests, all mathematical. It's a computer program. It generates 10,000 results. And here's what it had. The Lions, 51% of the time, very close. It's a toss-up situation here, but it predicts the Lions to win this game. Pat, I'm going to go out. I'm going to say
I got a human element for you.
Your human element is that I'm going to predict the Lions to win. But what do you think?
Here's my human element. I take my Bear football team, I put them down, and I show them that computer screen right before the game starts. And they go out and they tear the Lions' heads off. The Bears win the game. They got a lot of pride, and I think they love that they got Griese under center.
Well, the Lions have lost 4 straight against the Bears, but John Kitna, not once in the 2 games last year, did he throw an interception to the Chicago Bears.
A week
secondary.
ago, the Bears were the best team in the NFC. Now they're losing to the Lions.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
Kitna will try to duplicate not throwing an interception. That's Sunday beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern. For more on this game or any other in Week 4, be sure to check out other previews on CBSSports.com and all over the CBS Audience Network. For NFL.com's Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.